Preserving our local history. Preservation can be defined as the process and operation involved in ensuring the technical and intellectual survival of authentic records through time. The term preservation covers all actions associated with maintaining items for use, including purchasing, storage, repair of damaged materials, and providing access to users. The importance of preserving our local history is widely acknowledged. Local community knowledge is extremely valuable for the community, and local knowledge may be useful both for local and global consumption. Community knowledge creation is a continual, cumulative process whereby local knowledge is created and used by local people, then reread, reinterpreted, and redeployed, growing and developing over time. Also, it has been argued that documenting the history of a locality is one of the key responsibilities of a local public library. As Abdul Kagbo says, local history collections cover a range of different topics from history through agriculture, industry, economics, commerce and social life, which reflects a true perspective of the country's ancestral activities. A study of such collections could lead to an appreciation of the part played by political and socio-economic factors in the country's development. Such collections are useful to a wide selection of people, such as librarians, historians, genealogists, and archivists, as well as researchers and students of economics, sociology, law, geology, and history. Harvey and Mayhard identify the general aims of preservation as follows. Preservation, as a key component in the sustainability of cultural property, is an imperative that transcends national borders and is essential for the maintenance and perpetuation of global cultural heritage. Preservation actions must take into account the needs of the user. Authenticity of the objects need to be ensured in any preservation action, and the preservation is the responsibility of all, from the creators of objects to the users of objects. Local history collections play a valuable part in preservation of local heritage, considering user needs in providing access to materials and maintaining authenticity of objects when storing, repairing, or digitizing items. Harvey and Mayhard also outline a set of preservation principles, which we follow to ensure proper maintenance and usage of local history collections and survival of the collections in the long term. These principles include putting effort into creating long-lived objects and materials and therefore reducing the need for preservation attention in the future. For example, when creating digital copies of collection items, it is best to select open file formats and digitize at an appropriate image quality to increase the usability and lifespan of the files created. Taking preservation action now is better than doing nothing. Preservation requires active, managed care such as improving storage environments and maintaining climate control to prevent damage to collections. For a local history collection in a public library, we aim to collect and preserve all written, printed, graphic, or other records of activities of the people in a particular place in order to study the growth of the locality and the development of its institutions throughout the years, both historically and in the future. As Abdul Kagbo says, local history librarians should collect every manuscript, book, pamphlet, magazine, newspaper, map, photograph, and other such important documents that have been produced about and in their locality, which will illustrate the physical, natural, and civil history of the land. Some examples of items collected are books and reports, covering a wide range of subjects including school, church, and sporting histories, biographies, town planning, traffic, heritage, and environmental studies, as well as published works written by local writers, publications about local institutions, and locally produced family histories. We collect photographs of people, places, and events, which combine to create a rich visual record of the locality. Also, local newspapers and serials such as magazines and newsletters published by local institutions and clubs. Local newspapers are a valuable resource as they provide a unique and readily accessible glimpse of the unfolding nature of events. They indicate that state of knowledge or of public opinion at a given time that no amount of subsequent analysis and more considered reflection can provide. Ephemera refers to items that is designed to be useful for a short time only. This includes pamphlets, posters, leaflets, brochures, music, and theatre programs. These items show the diverse and changing character of a locality over time, giving valuable insight into social movements and community groups. Oral histories and recorded memoirs of long-term residents in the form of audio or video recordings in both analogue and digital format are also collected. As Pym says, there is increasing interest in histories reflecting the lives of ordinary people, and the wide-ranging coverage of home movies allows the opportunity to capture local detail in depth, making videos a valuable resource providing insights into day-to-day life. The IFLA guidelines emphasize that the audiovisual media are part of our cultural heritage, carrying a huge amount of information that needs to be preserved for future use, and recommend focusing on the collection of locally created materials. Lastly, we also collect atlases, maps, real estate agents' plans, and street directories. These provide a cartographic history of the local area and can help us to reconstruct what life would have been like in the past. Maps and directories can reveal the layout of the locality at a particular time, how the locality changed over time, and the location of historical features that no longer exist. Topographic maps can also show the natural features of the local area, such as creeks, hills, and forests. Local history collections provide valuable insight into our past and allow us to look ahead into the future. For this reason, preservation of local collections will remain of vital importance.